my mobile, it will go, or in my email, it will go. Okay, so that is there. So the members are no longer required to sign in to the learning environment. See, actually, when you say, when you look into this, you are able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. That is, in Google Classroom or in Canvas and all, we used to say, no, like Canvas, at least there is a notification. Like in sometimes if you, what has been uploaded, we will always tell in WhatsApp or something, okay, I have uploaded this. Here it is not that. Whenever there is an update, immediately the notification goes. So it is having a very good extensive notification system. The another best feature is personalized social networking. See, here in other LMS, you don't have this feature. This is the LMS which has that features. That is, it offers the capability of creating the learning groups. Like you might be liking, see, let us say, for example, somebody will be very want to know, or they are some level of expertise in Bitcoin or cryptography or blockchain something. So they can form a group, right? The interest group, the group of courses within the same or similar learning category. And both official instructor and authorized course members can create an online course and a MOOC also. See, this is another one. There are two things. One is, as an ordinary online course you can create. Another one, that is, that course will be allowed for you and your set of students, okay, set of students. The other one is the massive open online course also you can create using this platform, where you can share it with whoever you want it. So massive is, it is open to all, isn't it? So in that case, so you can create any type of courses. It can be an online course or a MOOC course. And the next point is course pairing. So this allows the course to be mapped based on the same or similar subject categories. This provides group-to-group social learning opportunity that expand beyond the immediate classroom, providing dynamic networking among learners from courses within different institutions and countries. So if it is open to the public, what happens is anybody can join that course. And yes, see, somebody, I post something and somebody in US or Africa, they can look into it, they can comment on it. So, or I can jointly work, okay? So to solve a problem, some things I can contribute to solve their problem, they can contribute. Like that, course pairing also can be done. And then the next is the access control features. Here, you can secure also, like you can secure control the access permission for every post to whom it should go. So you can have that privilege. It is not every time public. It is not every time to the private set of students. So whoever wants to know, the whoever is posting has the privilege to do that. Okay, allowing the user to define the viewing rights of the classmate, students taking similar courses, followers, colleagues, public, or some combination like that. So this enables the instructor or the course creator to determine whether the course function as a standalone, that is a closed course, as a traditional, like how we host courses in the Canvas, Moodle, Google Classroom, like that, or it can be an open course, like in in Swayam or Coursera, edX. You have an open course, no, it is public. Like that also you can create okay, open course or MOOC offered to millions throughout the world. So that facility is available. Okay, fine. So now I am just going to talk about the real pedagogy, or what is it, how the learning or new learning opportunities is made possible by using this course networking. So here it is socially mediated learning. See, we know that we learn through social media, right? Through different media. because the present day generation are multimodal learners, right? They are multimodal learners and they learn from variety of what do you say, which gives stimulus to various senses, like audio clips, video clips, then text material, then posting, many things, right? So it is a social mediated learning, reflective learning. So when you post something, you comment on it, you do something on it, right? So that is called reflective learning. And
நான் சாப்பிட்றதும் போகிறேன் வண்டிக்கு போகிறேன்னா
yes, you guys can mute the mic. Okay, then it can be engaging learning, it can be entertaining learning. Okay, so rewarding is through anas, engaging is, you can also see, yeah, and then entertaining learning and massive resources for learning. Somebody, there is some disturbance. Please mute your mic and talk. Whenever you want to ask question, then you can unmute. Because it is disturbance for all of us. I do not know whose mic is. Harish Venkatraman. Harish Venkatraman. You have to mute your mic. Okay? Not. Yes. Otherwise, the host has to take care. Then it will be an expansive learning, massive resources for learning. Okay, I think we are taking our children time, right? Then free learning, intercultural learning. So all these types of learning is facilitated through the course network.
Madam, are you there?
Yes, yes. Are you able to hear me, sir?
Hello?
Yes, we are able
Hello.
to hear it. Disturbance from the participants.
Sir, can I carry on? Should I?
Madam, you can continue. Now it is clear, I think.
Yes. Because there was a question, are you there? Was it for me? I'm very much here. Okay. Right. Okay, fine. The next is, see, now we have seen the features of course networking as an LMS and as a social LMS as well as a e-portfolio. Now, how to work on it, how to start working on it. I do not know how many people have worked on it. Even recently only I have started working on it. I am extensively working on other type of LMS because my institute supports, right? Here, whenever, so here, if you see that, first thing is we have to have an account, okay? So to create an account, you have to go to this, the SN. I can also demonstrate side by side so that you can do it. So the cn.com. Okay, now if I go here, I will log out. Okay. So I will log out. Fine. Okay, so this is the first step. I think you are able to see my, okay, I will just stop sharing. Okay. I will share my whole screen so that you can Google. So you have to tell me whether you are able to see my screen. Okay.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yeah, the cn.com you have to go. Okay. So here, this is the first thing. First, we have to get the free, what is it? Login. There are two things. One is the individual login. Another one, if your institute has purchased it, then you need not create it. Your institute admin will give you the login. You can use that. Okay. If it is not provided, then you can also sign up. That is free only. Okay. So free e-portfolio and LMS. So first thing you have to sign up. So I think you have to give your first name, last name. Here, you can use your school ID, means if your institute is having some, your institute.ac.in or edu.in, that email itself you can use it. It will be preferred. See, there is one thing is create a login or institution login. Okay, there is something called institution login. So it is on the purchase also. You can also, the institute can purchase, because lot of features, unlimited features will be available. Otherwise, we can also have an individual free login also. Or you can also log in with your Facebook or with your LinkedIn or with your Google Gmail account. Okay, so you have to fill up, and then after that you can say next, and then what you have to follow. So a login and with a token number will be created, and then you will get a email in your email address which you have given. So you have to go and verify within 24 hours of creating your account. Okay, so let me say, okay, here I have already created. So let me sign up. Sorry, no, let me log in. Okay, I have used my another email address .edu.in. This one always doesn't, right? So you can also do that, right? So after first thing is you are creating a login. So this is the first screen. I am just using another one. Just now I created it for an example. So this is this MP1449 is my code. Okay, you can remember your two things you have to remember. Sometimes your this number as well as your password. That's it. Okay. See, the ANR is there. This is what that reward point or the gamification point. So it has given me some 104. I have not done anything. Okay, in this login. So it gives you, it keeps on adding, okay, whatever we do it. So, okay, so first thing we have done it. I'll go back to my presentation, right? Hope you are able to see my presentation. You are able to see my presentation, no?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
We are
Okay,
able
I'll
to see your
just,
presentation.
yeah, yes, sir. Okay. Yes.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So, right. Yeah, we were discussing this one. So first step, so you have the CNN account. Either you have to see, this is what, take note of your CNN token number and the password you have created. Verify your email within 24 hours after your account is created. So the other type is institution license. You don't worry about that now. So next is, this is what we have seen this one. Next, okay, I have created my account. What should I do? One is first is the LMS, no, like the course creation. So how to create a course here? So first thing is, you can see that on the top you will have this course. I will just explain and then I can show you the demonstration. So create a course site, click courses from the top navigation bar, and then choose this one. Okay, courses you have to choose. So here you have to note down there are two types of courses you can create it. One is the classic LMS course and pathway LMS course. What is it? See, classic LMS course is our usual way of doing, no, like instructor-led course, or I can say it's a scheduled course. It has a start date, end date, and then maybe there will be a 5 weeks course or 6 weeks course, or it may be whatever it is. So it is an instructor-led online course that is called classic LMS course. The other one is the pathway LMS course. That is, it is a self-paced course. Anytime anyone can log in and they can learn the content. Okay, it is always available. So only it is a lifelong thing, right? So this CN provides that feature. So there are two types. So you have to choose what type of course you want to create, whether it is a classic LMS course or a pathway LMS course. Okay. And here in the free account, every CN user is allowed to create 2 free personal courses and 2 paid personal courses. Okay. So that is what, right? So there is some limitation. And then see here, it will ask you to, after saying create a course, it will ask you whether it is a pathway LMS course or classic LMS course. You just choose it and then you follow the instruction, right? So whenever you choose this one, okay, after that, let us say first thing we will choose a classic LMS course. When you choose a classic LMS course, here, no, like the task, like if you see Canvas, it will be modules. If you see Google Classroom, it is saying topics like that. Here it is task. Only the name difference, but what it is, you have to use the task tool to create the lessons. You can say lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, or you can say week 1, week 2, week 3, unit 1, unit 2. It is according to your plan, like whatever you want your course to be, like that you have to do. So this, you have to keep pressing this plus mark and creating the new task. Okay. And this is one. After creating it, see, let us say week 1, this is a framework only. After creating it, you want to put the post. Post means what to do. Maybe I will post a video, I'll post a text material, or I'll post an assignment. So that one, you have to use this button, post button. Okay. So this is one. One is task. Another, first thing is you create a course. After creating a course, you select what type of course. After selecting the course, you create the task and the post. And then the rest is easy. Like you can say that after the path is created, follow the instructions. See, like this course path, all those things I can also show you, right? Switch to the, see here, the edit view is there. Edit view is the where the teacher or the course creator will put all those lessons. I can keep on adding an activity, all those things, okay, to create a lesson one by one on the course path. And here the students view, how the students will be viewing, okay, that will be shown in the students view. Okay. And then, so let us say, so now you, for example, I will demonstrate it. Before that, I'm just telling this. So after creating the course and after adding the content, then you have to invite the students, no? So how do you invite the students? How do you do the students? So when you are ready to add students to you, simply share the URL along with the course pin, like your code, how you share it with the, what is it, in Google Classroom or in Canvas. Likewise, where it will be available, you have to go to the about the course. Okay, so let us say the start date. So this course link and the course pin, you can share it. So when you share this URL and the course pin on the then the students will be able to join that course. Okay, so that is how you can. So one second, I will just show you how it is done. Excuse me, where is it? Yeah. Just tell me you're able to see my screen, no? My course networking screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We were able to see.
Yeah, this is what. See, first thing on the top, you can see the course, right? I click create a course network. Just click on it. So it is coming here. Okay, so let us say I'm choosing this path.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, right. Right. Now I'm giving the course name. Let us say OER for empowering teachers. This is my course name. Okay, let us say empowering teachers. Okay, about this course. So you're going to give a description about the course, what it is. Okay, this is what. Okay, it is this course is a 4-week course. 4-week course. 4-week course. Okay, you can learn what is OER, types of OER, all those things, blah, blah, blah. Okay, OER repositories. Okay, my spelling. Right. All those things you can, what is it? Okay. All these things you can. Access setting, please select one. See here, whether it is a public or PIN code or email request, only me. So this is what public means, it is open to all. PIN code means you are sharing, you are going to share only that PIN code, only those people are going to join this course. Okay. Or you can also send an email request or only me. Okay. You have to select. So let us say PIN code. Okay. So enter a PIN code. You can also enter a PIN code here. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. And then course completion deadline. Learner should complete the course. See, at any time, or it is open-ended. Anytime you can, or set within the number of days. Okay, start date, end days. Okay, 30 days. Since I said 4 days, or before a specific date. Like this, you can set. Okay, so they can complete. So it is, you are giving all here, all type of options are available. Fine. So let us say before I'll give you, even if it is 4-week course, any 4 weeks course, any 4 week, they can do it before May, something like that I'm giving. So before this thing, they can create it. So next. So now this is a personal course. You can create a free course if you haven't done so yet. Free courses are active for 6 months with up to 35. So what happens is now I am creating a free course. Okay. So this course will be available and it will be active. Like you can say that you can also create like a MOOC course, which you can make it as public and it will be available to the whole world for 35 members only, because it is a free course. If you want to be really a massive course, then I have to pay for it. Okay. So the payment comes if I have this one. If you have created a free course already, you need to purchase this course. Paid course are active for 6 months up to 75, charged at the rate below. So there is all, because the server cost, everything is there. So like that, you have to create it. And after, let us say, for example, create a free course. Okay, create a free course. So my one of my things will be right. So here, see, I said no, edit and student view here. See, this course is a 4-week course. You can learn. You can also edit whatever you want it. You can change it. If you have done this pen mark is there, no, you can change it. Course introduction message, you can do it. Right. And then what did I say? You have to go to the course path. Okay. So import pathway or upgrade or menu, all those things. See, all these things you can do it. Right. No content. Now I have not, see, post, I can write a post here. I can put an image, I can put a video, I can put a file. I can also link it with Zoom or then upload a file from the Google Drive. Okay, all these things I can do it, right? All these things, and then I can submit the post. Okay, and then I can conduct this poll. Poll setting can be done. Events, even you can link it to the event if you are having. See here, about course. When I go to this about course, see, this is my pin. Pin I have given 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the same pin is this giving. Right, the course ID, my course name. So end date or start date is that. Okay. Then I have to just share with this and people will be able to join. Okay. And then course settings, go to course setting. It is a course, basic course setting. Yeah. Yeah. So all these, the course settings, you can do it. And then what is it? Course payment. You can also, if you have very good courses, you can post it and you can also earn through that. That is also there. Not, it may not be always open. Okay. So personal courses, oh yeah. Here you can keep on giving, you can start editing it, right? August 24, okay, 35 days it gives. Okay, right. 1 second. I have to give this one. Previously, what was it? Okay. So the course path, you can import it or you can do it, right? And then you can start adding the activities, okay? So activities is like what your students should be doing it. Okay, the second part, so one is the course networking has a second part, that is a social e-portfolio. What is it? See, if you are working on any LMS, it will be easy to shift here. The new thing in this CN LMS is this social e-portfolio, which might not be available in the other things. So it is a lifelong e-portfolio CN offered to each user for academic and for career showcase. So always know, you can encourage your students to use this type of thing where they can keep on accumulating the batches, accumulating the certificate, their skill set, and it can be shared with their employees. For different employees, you can have different portfolio and you can show them. All this is possible, and many developed countries, they started using this for their project work, for showcasing anything, whatever they do it in their teaching learning process. So what it is, okay, 1 second, I'll present it. Fine. The next, you might be knowing what is e-portfolio. It is a purposeful collection of sample student work, demonstration, artifacts that shows the students' learning progression, achievement, and evidence of what students can do. Okay, so it can include whatever it wants, like a paper, an article, or a text base. It can be a blog, or it can be a multimedia. Everything can be linked in, like your LinkedIn, no? Like if you are having a LinkedIn, how professional it is. The same thing, the professionalism is out there here, and also it is within the authentic users, because it is not the public. You know who is going to comment and all those things when they give their reflections. So how to build your C and E portfolio step by step. So first thing is build the E portfolio header. First thing is you can add, see on that thing, I have not added a picture. First thing what you have to do is you can add a profile. Okay, you can add a profile, you can add a cover page, you can add a headline. Okay, here this is the headline, this is the cover. This one, if you click here, you can put this cover page here, your photo, or your institute login to your these things. So all these are visual resumes. Okay, so you can have different types of batches or whatever, the members. So I can put IEEE member, all those things, batches and all, you can have it, and all right. So this is how you can build your e-portfolio header, and then complete. So you then what you do is you have to say about yourself. You self-introduce who you are. You may include the academic objective, what is your interest, your career objectives, your hobbies, your interests, everything. Edit. So here, go here, give you all your introduction. Then go to the basic information. Put your things, your email or your networking. Then like any internship or tutoring, you have it. You can also do it. It is all optional. Okay, fine. And like this, so after doing it, I've just taken an example. Okay, so you can give your academic objectives, what you want, your career objectives, what you think. Then basic information is your email, language, your gender, then all those things. Okay, city, time zone, and then seeking internship in mechanical engineering, tutoring. See, a student is offering tutoring in maths and seeking internship in mechanical engineering. Okay, so this one, this will serve, like then you have to add, sorry, third step is you have to second step is you're telling about yourself, your all those things. Third step is you're adding the skills. You can tag these skills in your document, folders and showcases. So what are the network with others who have the same skill? See, if I have earned what is it, certificate, or I know about I'm interested in Python programming, or I'm interested in immersive technologies, I can just put those things, okay? And immediately what happens is, see here, this number comes, no, this is 20 people who are interested in community service, 141 on history. So the community, you can you can have those people, okay, the skill set. So everybody can have different type of skill set, and you can also get linked with, that is called the networking, okay? Networking with others who have the same skill set. So that is your third step. And fourth step is you can have all your assets, like your resume, your transcript, your marks, that is mark sheets, and then your certificates, or assignment files, videos, PowerPoints, writing example, images of art work, anything, whatever, you can store it as a document folder. You can store it. You may create folders to organize your own documents. So it is all available. Each document and folder has its unique visibility setting. See, it is always best to know if your institution is going for this type of social networking and LMS. It has a lot of features, because you need the institute will be paying, the individual need not pay, but you have lot of space given to you. And not only you, like anyone, the students know, for their employment or for the skill set, even if you want to some expertise, you can easily link with this. You can also showcase your things, okay? So in that case, it is very useful. Each document and folder has its unique visibility setting. For example, you can choose, see here, everything, the other thing is, even if you have access to some of those things, every part you can have the access control. What I mean by that is, who can look into it? That it cannot be always public, okay? Sometimes you don't want it. So everything can be kept under the password protect. Your transcript, you can set up your password, but you have to remember the password. Then you can share this password to the people whom you allow to view. Let us say you are going for a job, and then they want to see all your skill set, your transcript, your those things. Then you can share your password with them. They can see those things, verify it, right? So all this is possible. Fine. So this is how you have to when you're uploading, it will ask you, okay, like document name, description, skill set, visibility setting. You can have a password protected. You can give a password protected, and you can submit it. And then the fifth thing is, you can create showcases. That is, create showcases to document and demonstrate your experience and accomplishment in detail. You can embed images, videos, documents in a detailed things, okay? Like this, you can have it. You may create showcases to show evidence of your skill set, project, field trips, summer camps, anything. So this is another features, okay? So like this, you can have different features of all your things, okay? So this is showcases. And your batches, your academic batches also can be updated. So Microsoft specialized certification, Adobe's certified, all these things can be certificates I have received, you can do it. And then what are the batches you have earned, you can do it, right? So you are going to see the competency. So it will be not only useful for you as well as for your students also. And it will be like, because in higher education, we are all co-learners, isn't it? So it will be very, very useful for the whole community, for the teaching learning process, okay? And then you can also have, the fifth point is, you can also have additional section. You can add a section to your e-portfolio, such as expertise, courses, research, all those things. You can have different section where you can say, okay, one session for batches, one session for publication, one session for section for research, or grants, you can embed. And you can also and you need not worry. See, if this section is empty, it will not be visible to the others. So that also is, the others cannot see the empty section. You can create and keep it. Once it is uploaded only, the others will be able to see. Okay, then your ePortfolio URL. So how will you can find your ePortfolio from the browser URL bar or the reader of your ePortfolio. It is just putting your CN ID at the end. So how it will be visible is the CN.com / they gave you a number, no, when you are creating that one is your token. So when you share that with your employees, parents, or whoever it is, or friends, they can see all the details about you. Okay, so this is how the expertise, everything. So you can share this URL with anyone. Okay, for college admission officers, or for job seeking, or for expertise, or let us say you want to link with somebody who is doing a project work, or the same area. All those things, it's very useful, right? So these are the steps. So this is apart from your LMS, this ePortfolio feature is one additional things. Okay, so on the top side of the ePortfolio, you can have access to series of advanced features. You can reorder, you can explore job in your study area and your geographical location, curate different versions of your ePortfolio and share them with specific organization and track their visit. Okay, when you can, that is also there. Find your archive content, print out your ePortfolio and bring it to a presentation or as an interview. Many things you like. I can keep on demonstrating each feature. This one. Okay, now I'm show this one. So like this, it will have. Okay, so portfolio, find job, all these things. Okay. So one second. So when I go to this one, where is it? So here, go to this one, home. So in the home, see here, one is a course, okay? One is a course, another one is what? So if I just click on this, create a course or a network, see, another one is a network. So create a network. This is what the network, you can do it, right? Another one is go to the home. See here only these things. Okay, you can edit all those things. You can edit this one, post, or okay, let me just, if you just click on this. See here, now you can add a headline for you. You can give your biodata, all these things, the basic information, whatever I said, no, all these skill set, documents, showcases, everything, expertise, and requesting sections. So this is how you have to do it, right? So we just click on this one. You can add, you can put your photograph, you can put your tagline. Okay, show public view, privacy, and all those things. And who viewed my ePortfolio also, it will be, you can also see the following, followers, everything is combined. It is one bundle where you can have your courses also, as well as networking also. Okay, so this is one good thing which brings many things into one, what do you say, in one software. Fine. So this is what. So this is other ePortfolio menu, find jobs. Like that, you can keep on giving. Okay. So here, all those things are there, right? Then this archive, visitor tracking, send ePortfolio link. Okay, so you can share it to social media or generate unique link, send it with CN email. Many things you can do it. Or you can, I don't have anything here, so you can also print the ePortfolio, like you can make it as a presentation. So you can slowly keep on building this. One day, this is going to come as a big way, and most of them are going to use this one. So I think if you have not yet started, you can just create a free, what is it, log in and you can start using it because it has lot of features. It is more than LinkedIn. See, professionally, we have to use so many social media like Twitter, Facebook, then what else? The LinkedIn. Here, next will be this post networking. Okay, so that is what I would like to say. Yeah, so I think I will take some questions. Okay, it is now, I have just given you the intro of it, the features of it, and how to work on it. Okay, now you can start working on it. And if you have any queries on it, you can really contact me while working on it, right? And it is all self-explanatory only. So you should know where to click and what to do and what are the features. Now you have seen all the features, right? Fine. So I'll stop sharing my screen. Yes. So I would like to have chat with this.
Somebody is asking your contact details, I think, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Ma'am, I can put my email address. Okay. This email definitely I will see. Sudhir sir will say, this madam. Okay, I will see, but I will take, definitely I will answer immediately, or at least one day I require. Okay, this one. My phone number is all public only. Okay, so this is also there. Sometimes when I'm in the class, I will not be taking it. So this is my contact address. So you can just do it. So any other question, please. Okay.
Madam, I have one question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, what kind of plugins that we can have in course networking?
Sir, like you can integrate all type of tools here. Like, so you have this LTI, and what you can do, even you can integrate it with Canvas and all the plugins you can do with. Very good network. LTI is there. Integration is there. Learning tool integration is there. You can do it, sir. There is no limitation. It has whatever you can do it in other Moodle and Canvas. Here also you can do it. Like you can have EHC authoring tools, everything you can do it, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
See,
I request participants, please interact with ma'am.
See, somebody was asking how do we need to share the password only or no, don't share the password is whenever they want to see the document. No, so see why I said is, see documents also you're uploading like your certificates or something like that. In that cases, you or something, let us say which you don't want it to public, you can have it, but you want to show that. In that cases, you can share the password with the people, like maybe with your what is it, who's going, the employer. Okay, that you can do it. So verified certificate. The other one is for just seeing all those things, you can just share the URL link with a pin. That is not password, that is the pin. Or just what top one, the no, thecn.com / for every CN account holder, a pin will be created, an ID will be created, and it will be given to your mail. It will be available in your mail. So that if you share it, then everybody will look at your profile. Okay. Yes, madam. Yes, like madam, you said only. Yes, not me. No, like CN, those people who have. So this is from the University of Indiana. Okay, US. They are developing this one, and they have this business model. That business model says that because no, like the whole world, if they start creating, they need some space, like server and all those things. So they have to run. No. So for that, so they give the good features and they say, okay, this is all good here. Then if you want to have all these things, you have to pay for it. So that is where, right? So you, as an individual, I recommend don't buy anything. You tell your institute to buy, or we have to go for open source. right? So the institution is there. Like if when you go as an institution, see even now, see Google, like now you cannot use Google Classroom. Only people having the G Suite account can use it, right? So for so many years it was free and everybody was using. Now it is all with the G Suite account only you can use. The same way, no, like the first free, then everything comes because they have to use it, no? You get accumulated, you get the benefit, you get the things, and then definitely. So you first